Welcome to this explainer video about QI4U, which is part of South West London St George's Quality Improvement and Innovation Programme training. So each of you that attend training with us will be invited to complete the 8 quality improvement modules which are contained within QI4U. So once you've registered and attended your initial training, you will be issued with an email which will look like this. And we will send you the login code and instructions. Click on the link that will take you to the QI4U registration page. So the registration page looks something like this. Most people, when they see the registration page, think that they need to put their email address in here and then create a password. But actually what we want you to do is register for the first time. You go to this button here, click on Get Started, type in your name, your first name, last name. We've tailored the profession to match professions within our organisation. So you might work in communication, you might be a team manager, you might be a nurse, HCA, pharmacy, medical associate specialist, etc. Put in your email. You will have been sent in the invite email a member list code. It will start with several zeros and then a few numbers. Put that in there, create your own password, confirm your own password as you would normally, and then register. Okay. So, assuming you're registered, makes sense to bookmark in your favorites along the top your profile, and then you can log in as your email and your preferred password. So SWLSTG, okay, your password, and that will take you in. Okay, so this is the landing page for QI4U. Yours will actually say South West London St George's, I think, here. So you can see here are your 8 modules. I've started the process mapping module, which is why I've got a little mark here, and I've started the PDSA module, which is why I've got a mark here. When you've completed the modules, there will be a tick here, and I'll try and show you later. Once you've ticked and completed a module, you'll be able to download your certificate and accreditation for that module. So it's showing that I've started 2 modules, process mapping and PDSA. I haven't started these ones, and I haven't completed anybody. So let's say I want to do a bit more work on the PDSA one. What I should say is there is no particular order in which we want you to do each of the modules. It might take a little while to load, and I'm on a VPN here, so it's going to take longer than it will be if you're plugged in to the trust system. So here we are back in the PDSA module, which I've already started. So you can see I've got a completion here. I've done the first 2 bits, and it's showing that I've partially completed the how to carry out a PDSA. What I should say is that before you go into each module, so if we go back and I start a new module, let's say stakeholder engagement, you will get a quiz. You will get a pre-test asking you questions before you've done the module about your knowledge about stakeholder engagement, stakeholder communication, etc. And you can see there are about 5 pages here. So a stakeholder communication plan helps to not give monthly updates, not show how successful the project is. It will convey the right messages to stakeholders so as to update. Oh, and it's accepted that answer. So this is out of multiple choice. There's only one correct answer on this one. There will be some questions in the modules where there are several answers. So there might be 5 statements and you select the 2 or 3 that are correct. Stakeholder engagement helps success in a quality improvement project by, yeah, that one's probably a good one to tick. Yes, you don't want to ignore stakeholders who have high influence and interest in a project. Okay, so you get the idea. I'm going to go back into the PDSA module. I just wanted to show you that you will get the pre-test, and at the end of each module you'll get the post-test. And the system allows us to see the difference between the pre-test and the post-test scores. And in a sense, that gives us an idea of the validity, the knowledge gain from you going through the module. So each of the modules are completed the getting started bit. I go on to do how to do PDSA. Take a look below at what you need to do when testing change using your PDSA cycle. If you hover over each one, it will do that. You get some more information. And if we go down here to the bottom, you'll see that you can't progress to the next page until you've looked at these pieces of information. Start with small-scale test of change. You will have covered this in the workshop. Build slowly, iterative cycles, the value of measuring as you go along, and focus on learning. Obviously, I'm skipping through these, but we want you to fully digest all this information. Now, I might want to replay that, because I think, oh, actually, I wasn't quite sure what this was about. Now I've got to hear, what the hell was that all about? So you can replay if you want, or you can progress to the next bit. So, see the PDSA cycle in action, review the writings, okay, etc., etc. I'm just going to flick through a bit because I just want to, here we go. So here's a reflection point. Note your responses in the reflective diary. When it prompts you to look at your reflective diary, you can then switch over here to your reflective diary, and this would be question 2 maybe in PDSA. Or maybe it's question 3. I'm probably a bit further through that. But I've done PDSA question 1. What steps would you need to take if the patient's temperature hadn't gone down? You completed the PDSA, you hadn't got the desired result. What would you need to do next? Obviously go back, plan another set of interventions, and this might be around, well, actually, temperature hasn't gone down, you're given antibiotics. We would consider at this point viral infection, maybe self-limiting. What's the underlying infection? How dangerous is it? Etc., etc. Push fluids, all of that. You can then go back into your module. It will show you, should take you back to where you were. I think you might have to update the reflective diary when you go in there. Sorry, this is just a VPN taking a little bit of time. Okay, we're back in. Okay, you can see exactly where you were. And restart again. First PDSA cycle, etc. And you progress through. Again, can't progress until you've looked at that. And we've got another reflection point. Okay, so I think really now we have navigated you through most of the modules, the reflective diary functionality. If you go into your profile by clicking on here, you can get an overview of the progress. You can print off certificates from completed modules. You can make adjustments to your profile, change your password, etc., etc. So if we look at my progress, it might give me some pre-test scores. Okay, PDFA, I got 100% on my pre-test score. Well, it would be a problem if I didn't, I guess, as one of the trainers. Good. I hope you enjoy going through these modules. We'd like you to complete the modules for the